So a lot of people ask us what kind of setups we use. This is my setup. This is going to be the first year I used this setup. Last year it was our first year hunting with mobile setups. So we were kind of piecing together some cheaper, mobile units. This one, I took my time. My goal was to have the lightest possible setup that you could almost put together. Originally, of course, I wanted to do the Beast. They have a whole kit at Hunting Beast. It's like $1,000. You get everything. You're gonna get a camera holder, a few extra hats, knives. When they throw in everything, they throw in everything. It's a good setup for $1,000. You get the lock on, the climbing sticks. I like the way the climbing sticks hook up. They all attach directly to the platform on the back. I think it carries pretty much like this. Well, Alan, yours, the Beast, the sticks went sideways?
Yeah, I put the sticks horizontally.
So Beast might be a little different. The sticks are gonna run horizontal. I like this setup because when I'm walking in the woods, that's less that can grab any branches, anything. Is very light. So I'm gonna break this down. This is how I'd walk into the woods, but once I get to my setup, this is how I go in. This whole stand, this whole kit weighs 10 pounds. Like I said, I went for the lightest I could get. We watched reviews. The Beast sticks were at the top of the list. Everyone that did reviews, everyone loved the Beast sticks. Tethered One came out with these. They're just a little bit lighter. These are the Tethered Ones. You can get the Skeletors. It's a little bit cheaper, but for these sticks right here, I mean, they're under £1 each. You can hold this up like it's nothing. They come with some little rubber tabs. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep. Top
and bottom, they interlock with each other. All you do is just give it a little push. They pop right on out. Boom, same thing when you're coming out. All right, it's very, very simple. Like I said, it's the first time I use them. These sticks also have their own setup. This is Tethered One was the only sticks I found with this setup where you're gonna have, it's almost like a daisy chain, but they also have the other attachment on the sticks where when you want to roll up, everything's there already. You get up the tree, when you're locking onto the tree, it's just a simple figure 8. It locks into place. There's no cam buckles, there's no straps, you're not cranking on anything, it's quiet. Not cheap. These sticks right here, I believe, cost me well over $500, almost $600 if I remember correctly, for 4 sticks. So when I get into the woods, this is how I came in. Everything is pretty much ready to go. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find my tree. It's not the perfect tree, it's got a little bit of an angle to it, but we're just using this just to show how we hunt today. When we're going up the tree, I'm gonna take off my first 2 sticks. Like I said, it's the first time I use this setup, so the whole point of this is to show before we make our hunt. Last year I had a routine. The routine that I used, I was very comfortable with. By the time the end of hunting season came around, I was comfortable with my setup. I could get it up and down a tree probably in about less than 2 minutes. But being the first time I use these sticks, we want to make just a test run before hunting season. We're going to go all the way up, see if anything's hitting, if we need to add anything on, any clips, whatever we need. We need some stealth strips. But usually whenever I go on, first thing I do, I want to get my bottom step about knee height. Depending on the final height, like I said, this is the first time I use these sticks. Depending on the final height, I may end up getting 1/8er. That way, if I get that 8er, that may add a little bit of height for me at the top. But for today, just starting off, I'm gonna start off bottom stick around knee height. Come around the tree, 1 full wrap, come down, figure 8, lock it down. Now you can take this, go ahead and run around the back. You can run around the tree another time if you want. Slip it down, get it out the way. It won't be anywhere in the way. Once these lock down, they're not swinging. They're locked in pretty good. Some of them, whenever you get up to this second step, you can see these lock on pretty good. I'm kind of impressed with them. I like it. This is the first time I use them, so this is all new to me with this setup. So what I do going in, I'll run 2 sticks. Got a little bit of issue here. Looks like I'll get around it just fine. I want to leave enough room for lock in place. I'm going to come around. I want my string a little high. Full circle. Figure 8. I said I can come back around the tree if I want. Tuck it on out the way. Lock it down in place. Once I'm here, you can see I'm set up to get started. Before I get started, remember you're doing this in the woods. You finished all your scouting, you finished everything. Oh, that's another thing. This backpack harness, this is the XOP retrograde lock-on stand. This stand right here, if I remember exactly, is 5.8 pounds. I think the B stand was 6.5. This one was 5.8. It was a little bit lighter. Remember, I like the B stand. The platform on the B stand, I believe, would be about 1 inch wider on each side. This was a little bit smaller. I think that's how they got a little bit of the weight down. I'm not looking to be too comfortable up in the air. You want to be comfortable, but remember, I mean, you're hunting. You're not going out for a weekend. You're not going out spending a vacation. I mean, it is hunting. You want to be as comfortable as you can. But so what I do before I even climb up, I kind of start getting some of my things ready that I want to use going up. Now, me and Alan was just talking about this before the video. I was just talking about how I'm going to clip these last 2 sticks on me. I forgot, whenever I get up to the top of the tree, I have this setup that I'm going to use. I'll be able to hook my bow, any other accessories that I want, I'll be able to hook that on. So I kind of forgot about this. What I may be able to do is take this setup, maybe come around, and I'll use these hooks to hook my last 2 climbing sticks. Last year I used to take my sticks and I'd hook them here. Some clanking, some noise. I didn't care for it as I was climbing the tree. These things hit. I know it's accidental. You try not to. You try and take your time. But if these things hit, you're making a lot of noise. You kind of want to eliminate that. I used to take them and I'd have a little strap or a little hook and I'd kind of hook them here. And as I go up, I get to my first position here. I grab my first stick, put it up. As I put this one up, then I'd hook this one and I'd continue my way up. You can do that all day long. 5, 6 sticks if you want. Some people use 4, some people use 5. Depends on how high you want to get. This year, what I was thinking, that's what I was just telling Alan, I think I'm just use a clip if possible. I have a clip like this I can use. I'd have to put some stealth strips on this, get this a little bit quieter. But I think I may do that, just have some little D-ring clips. I don't think this is gonna hook how I want on these hooks. I just don't think the hooks are gonna have it enough. It may work, but once I start going up, if they fall off, I'm kind of screwed. I don't care for it too much. There's barely any, unless I get some hooks with some.
You can maybe do something like a piece of paracord.
Now, for right now, I can today. Yeah, I could get a little piece of paracord. I've seen some people do that. For today, I think I'm just gonna do this, just to have it on this side of me. And you can hear already. I don't care for this too much. As it's sitting in here, same thing. I'd have to just take some stout strip and stout strip everything that I have, that I know I'm gonna use. But that's the whole point of this test run, to see what we're gonna need to do. I think what I'm gonna do is this just hooks right onto my belt loop. Put a little bit of stout strip on this, and I think that's what I'm gonna do the next possible time. What you thinking about hooking here?
Taking the whole stick, and just sliding the whole stick in there.
I'd rather not. I'd like to have them hanging. To be honest with you, I'd really like to have this hanging further back, but on the side will do. So once I get to this position, this is for, you can see, when I get up the tree, I already know what's gonna happen with this. You have to unscrew this. Might as well get all of this ready on the ground before you make the climb. You don't want to be messing with all of this, 20 feet up in the air. This seat right here is adjustable. You can adjust the angle on it, which I'll be able to show, because this tree has a little bit of an angle, so it's going to work out pretty good for me when I get up. I will leave this on. So right now I'm just looking at getting everything set up. I know I'm going to want this here. I'll be able to let the seat kind of flop down. But what I want to do is I want to get everything ready. This right here, I can come around the back, kind of keep this in place, fold this back down. I'm gonna throw this on my back. Now I'm ready to get up the tree. Okay.
Now would also be the time to hook up your bow rope. Set your bow down, lay your bow down, or your rifle down, hook up your bow rope.
Yeah.
That way once you get to the top, you just pull it on up.
Yeah, good point. I do have my rope. Everything comes, that's why I like this backpack kind of deal. It's made by XOP. I think the backpack cost me $60 or $70. It hooks right onto the stand, clips right on, 4 clips. If I want, I can take this off right now and leave it on the ground, but I'd like to leave it on to get up the tree. You're gonna see in a minute. I like to have my stand on my back. Let's see where we at now, but yeah, you're right. If I would want to, I have my paracord. I'll tell you what, let's take this out. I could use one of these clips for right now, just for today. Nope, they're tied solid on it. But this is usually what I have my bow. I'll hook this right on to the platform. While I'm going up the tree, this rope will hang. My bow will be on the ground right here as I'm going up the tree. It won't interfere with anything. Well, I might as well leave it out, because running up the tree, it would be hooked up. So right now, let's go ahead and get started. Making our way up the tree. We'll go ahead, hook on our lineman's belt. Kind of make this adjustment's pretty cool. This right here, you just give a pull here. If you want to lean back and you need a little bit more room, you have another cable here. You just pull back on this and it'll give you some more room. But you can adjust however you feel comfortable. See, this right here, I'm not liking this. It's kind of sticking out, waving around all over the place. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get me another clip, put on my belt loop. As I'm going up, it'll already be where I need to be. This is the part that took me a while to learn and to get used to. When I'm climbing, to get used to this lineman's rope, you want the right amount of being away from the tree. You want enough angle, but you also want to be able to pull, get enough angle. When you take this step, you're pushing against the rope, you have a little bit of momentum going up. If you're too tight from the tree, like if you're too close to the tree, you can't really go here, and then you're trying to step up and you're having problems. I like to have just the right amount of slack in my lineman's belt. Coming up, I want to make sure I never did lock this one in place yet. So now while I'm here up the tree, I can come all the way back up to the very top of this if I want. I'll undo this so I get this other. Right here, I'm hands-free. I can make an adjustment, get comfortable, do what I want to do. This tree has a little lean to it, so it's a little awkward, but it's not bad. Start making our way up. Same thing as I was on the ground. I'm gonna take this, put it about knee height. That's about the easiest way I found to adjust my height on my steps. I could kick them up a little higher, but then I got a bigger step you're trying to take while you're way up in the tree. So the same thing. Come around. Keep this kind of tight. Figure 8. Lock it down. I'm gonna tuck this away. I make 2 wraps, do whatever I gotta do, just kind of keep it going. Remember, once you get used to this whole thing, you can actually get up the tree, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 minutes. It's usually not that bad. We're gonna get up here, lock this one down. Which I'm liking these tethered 1 sticks. They lock down pretty good. Getting away. Same thing, hands free. I can do everything I need to do. You can get all the way up to the top of the tree. Once you get by this split up here, I can get all the way up by the split. So far, I'm liking these sticks. I like the way they attach. I'm not trying to. Before, I had just straps with buckles and, you know, lanyards, everything hanging around. They were all hitting the sticks, making noise. This right here is pretty quiet. About right here. These are pretty quiet. There's not a lot of banging around. These steps, pretty nice. I mean, these climbing sticks, they're pretty nice. I like them. Same thing, get it tucked away. Lock down. And it seems like they lock pretty easy. Keep climbing up. Myself a little slack. Now this is the part lock this stick down. This is the part I usually try and make sure I want my stand. Some people go a step higher, where you're stepping off the climbing stick and stepping into your stand. Me, my personal choice, I like having this here with my stand right above it. It's not too much of a step. I'm coming right around it. So here I'm to the point. Hands free again. I take off my backpack, hold my stand. All I gotta do is open it up. This is the whole point of having a light stand. I could take this one hand, do everything I want to do with it. I'll make 1 wrap. some slack out of this before I started, but it's all right. Whenever you give a pull, knowing I was coming up a small tree, I really honestly should have took a lot of slack out of this. Same thing, you want this kind of tight, want to stick it up a little bit. Now that I'm here, this is going to need to be locked down in place also. There's some people who kick this bottom up, push down, and lock this down in place. You can do that. See, that's why I like my step there. I'll get on this step and I'm stepping right into this little platform. Keep my lanyard comfortable. Get adjusted where I need to be. I'm always secured to the tree. The whole way up, I never got unattached from this tree. From here, I've seen some people come right here. You can take this, pick this up, jam it down a little bit, but you can see this thing's not going anywhere. From right here, usually I'll have another tether or something that I could put up here, and I'll hook up my safety harness. You want it high enough where when I sit down, if I fall out this stand, I'm not going anywhere, I'm swinging. This is the first time I do this. I wouldn't recommend it, but there's some people that have come up. I'm trying to eliminate a lot of weight, so I think all right, so once you get unhooked, like I said, I don't recommend unhooking yourself from the tree. I try to stay hooked to the tree 100% of the time. So what you're gonna do is take your lineman's belt, hook it straight to itself. You're gonna get up high as you want. You're gonna lock this down in place. This won't go anywhere. Now you have this D-ring free. Hook up to it. Here I am, I'm secure to the tree once again. I can figure out something to do with this later on, but really and honestly, here I am now. I can adjust my seat, pull up my bow. I mean, I would, like I said before, once I had my bow hooked up to the ground, I'd have everything hanging here. I just grab my rope, pull up my boat. I have my other belt here that has my two hooks. I can take this right now, hook it, take it off of myself, hook it around the tree, hang my bow on one side, backpack, or anything else that I have that I want to hang and get out my way. It's right in reach. If I see something coming, I can reach over, grab my bow, and I'm ready to shoot anywhere you want to go. You want to throw me up and take me up, Carson? So, let's see about how high forward stick can get. Somebody may have to hold this down. Tape measure showing 12 feet. So I'm 4 sticks. Bottom of my platform is 12 feet off the ground.
And mind you, those sticks are moderately, you know, distance. You can go a little bit further. You can stretch your legs a little bit further.
These sticks right here, 17 and a half, 18 inches.
What I'm saying is your sticks are spaced moderately.
Yeah.
Early season, you could probably get out a couple more feet.
Yeah.
Late season, when you got all that heavy gear on, it'll be harder to get them longer steps. But you got long legs to start with.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I say. Now that I know I'm only getting up 12 feet, I could get myself an 8er. I could get me a double or a triple 8er. Some people will put 8ers between each climbing stick. I'm not too comfortable with that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get me maybe a double or a triple 8er to put on the very bottom stick. That way when I'm getting started, I put my very first stick, and it'll get me an extra 3 feet or so. So that's where I'm at with this. Coming down, pretty much the same process, just the opposite course is going to take. There we go. This platform I need to get used to. Very small platform. It's a lot more comfortable than what I thought it was going to be. And see, I got a bad hip, I got a bad neck. I've been in a motorcycle accident. Not to mention I'm getting a little bit older, but
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it.
yeah. Getting a little bit older these days and things hurt, but same thing, we're gonna get down the opposite way. We're gonna hook up. Coming down, by that point, if you're really not worried about scaring anything away, you made your hunt, you made your kill, you can get right here and almost just drop your sticks down as you go down. But here, I'm gonna get started. This is another reason why I like having this top step right here. I'm not trying to get down another foot or two to try and get to a step. When I step off this platform, it's right here already. I'm gonna get adjusted again. Here. So here I am, same way I got up, I'm gonna get right back down. Go ahead, kind of loosen this up a little bit. This tree's at a little angle, it's a little awkward. I'm kind of leaning to the side of the stick. You just got to get where you're comfortable. As you come down, one stick at a time. I'm the type of person, I'd rather deal with all this once I get on the ground. But these tethered one sticks, they're pretty easy to work with. I can start right here, just start making a few wraps. Lock it in place if I want. Same thing, I'm back to the next step. So putting together, I came down, I'm putting together everything. This, like I said, I like the way they go together. There's no noise, everything just kind of slides into each other. I need to get used to it. They're a little tight, but at the same time, I guess you really want them tight because you don't want them coming off, falling apart pretty easy. But like I said, the bottom tabs are a little bit longer, these are shorter. So you get these in first, come down a little bit, you line these up into place, push it down the rest of the way, and you're locked in place, ready to go. Once I come here, like I said, XOP makes this backpack right here to where I kind of dig it, because once I get where I want to come out, this pretty much locks in place. I have two clips. One clip here, one clip here. And my climbing sticks are locked in place, ready to go.
I think that's the XOP Gamma. I think.
Is that what the backpack's called?
I think it's an XOP Gamma. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what it is.
But as light as I am, you put this thing on, and if you get this the right way, there's nothing on your shoulders. Like I said, I have a bad neck, and I want it to go as light as I can because we do a lot of walking. It comes with the pouches. I can pick everything up, fold everything up, put it right in my pouches. I'm packed in, and I'm ready to get right back out the woods. I mean, this is a pretty easy setup. Once you get used to it, I mean, I highly recommend it. We keep talking about saddle hunting. We just got into mobile hunting last year. We just started using this. I just spent damn near $1,000 on this setup, and everybody's talking about saddle hunting now. Saddle hunting may be more comfortable, I'm not sure yet. I personally have not got to try it. I may end up trying it later on, but as of right now, this is how we hunt. This is what we use. Now that I made my little test run, I kind of see what I need. I need more clips. I know how I want to get up and down. I think I'm pretty much set for season. We'll see how it goes. All right, thank you.